Welcome to my Sunday Front. Today I have fish tacos. So for a drink, I just got this Diet Lipton. It's a citrus green tea. It has like 5 calories per bottle. And then I made some fish tacos with botana, and I made potato chips with hot sauce on it and lemon juice, and some hot sauce that I made. I put cheese, and I made like tacos al gobierno, but I made like fish tacos basically with some peppers and onions with cheese on them. I fried them. I did this on on my TikTok live stream. Um, and yeah, I put a little bit of hot sauce on them too. So let's get let's get a try of these. Mmm, these are good. Mmm, definitely delicious. hmm I love home cooked meals, but let's get a good taste of these fish tacos. Mmm, mm-hmm. I absolutely love it. This is like a flavor that I didn't expect. All this flavor is so good. Mmm. Mm. So this is really good. I haven't had ate like this in such a long time. I feel like there's so many like restaurants that don't really make that good Tex-Mex food. I feel like they only open because they have a good reputation and they knew people would patronize them. And because, by kind of saying they're part of the raza, it makes them push them up and gives them more like a little bit more, um, you know, a little bit more weight to throw around as far as status is concerned. Just to, another way I feel like to make a bag out of capping. Mm, so good. So I hope you guys watch my live streams. I know I just pick random times to come on. But generally, I like the late hours. So anytime after midnight, you can see me on. Hopefully, I get on by 1:30. Look at what was I thinking? Like I literally don't know why I thought I could freaking take a bite out of a taco this big. Mm, it's really good. Mm. But man, I feel like everything's like everything's as good as it could be. I think I never really feel like that, but I feel like that now. Like everything's as good as it could be. Which, like I said, I don't know how to feel about. You know, I feel like it's a coast clear. Like, can I be happy in my feminine rest now? But I don't know. I also think like somebody's just trying to push for everything just to have like a pattern, like a steady, you know, you go one step and then they push you back two step and then another step and then you know they go in and see what they can get out of you and they push it to where it's like everybody's involved and I feel like I feel like it's been that way for a long time, but it's never been seen in the public to where we can point it out. And it's definitely never been pinpointed to where we can say, well, this is the instigators, or these are the people who are actually the problem, that push against the norm. So this is my brunch plate. It's really good. I feel very, very happy to be here. I feel like I don't feel like my channel is as supported as maybe the divestors are. You know, I feel like, you know, the American dollar is probably more for watching a clown fall on their face than they are for people to come up to entertain, to, to actually entertain, not just, some type of ego stroke, which I think it is what this is. Or maybe it is validation. You need validation to say, hey, you're not crazy. These people fucking suck. And they'll never be big. And they'll never live past their inevitable failure at all things in life. They'll lose everything. And before you know it, even the bag that was handed to them on a silver platter will be swiped and, hogged. So it's like, I really don't understand it. But at the same point in time, I can't say that I don't play into that myself. Um, I use those things a lot as examples, even in my own life, even in a personal level. I use these as examples because I feel like you can learn from my show, you can learn from my channel, if anything, from my wisdoms of having an experience, of life's experience, period. You know, even if I do go through, you know, these types of situations where, you know, that exists in real life. I feel like I can share with you guys and you guys won't judge me because you never have. And you've always backed and supported me. And, even physically showed up and stood beside me when I was at low, low, low. And, for that, I'm grateful, but I still don't feel like I'm where I need to be. And I do feel like it's hindering me, the lack of enthusiasm that my viewership kind of feeds on. I feel this like nag, just like, you know, when to pull back and say, hey, I'm gonna throw my arms up now while I have zero steam behind me to push me into momentum and, you know, push me up on, you know, a platform and fully vet for me, fully go to bat for me and get me to where I feel like I need to be just to survive out here. Not that I'm saying that there's better produced shows, not that I'm saying that there's better material covered or there's better content online. I'm just saying where I'm at right now could have been bigger. Um, and I can tell you there's so many issues that I can point at and say, hey, you know what, maybe this is racial unjust to not support me. Or maybe it's somebody who lacks respect for women or doesn't support um you know righting injustices against, you know, what I consider violence towards an orientation, gender, if you will. So, I mean, I don't know. And it's easy for me to brush it off and say, I just work here. I'm not actually a man, but I am actually an activist. I actually advocate. I actually lead. I actually coach. Every single living breath, I kind of dedicate, you know, I kind of, dedicate it to my, my genre, I guess. I feel like maybe, it's a sign I'm not the expert I thought I was, you know? Maybe, maybe, you know, life changes just happen naturally, and we just need to be content with that and do away with all this SJW type motion, this wokeness, this liberation movement that is now considered red pill. But I really feel like I stuck to something. I didn't change things, hinder progress, or for that matter, switch up what is um verily the red pill. Because when has it been used, respected, dignified, even in media, on the silver screen, on you know in any regard that it was viewed or presented to, mass distributed, period. And it makes me wonder, we never really had the digital. That's what I have pushed for. So I feel like, I don't know, everybody's telling me, you got this, but at the same point in time, do I have something? I don't have anything, you know? I feel like in order to have something, it would come from, you know, out there on a more professional level. The whole basis of me uploading, produce, show, I feel like it's on the big levels. So if it's not where it needs to be, or where it deserves to be, or it hasn't been fully credited to being where it should be, do you entirely dismiss it? Do you entirely ignore that it's there? Do you close your ears, close your eyes, and close your heart to it as far as content's concerned? I hope not, because then I really, really have done nothing. But then again, is that all the fear lies in? Is that it? Are we just fear mongered into not acknowledging the red pill? You dragged every single one of us through the mud. And so all you have is a word in the encyclopedia. Am I lying? Thank you for watching. I really enjoyed my fish tacos. They were so good. I mean, if you saw my TikTok live stream, they're even better, you know, tasting than what you saw, like 100%, maybe 300%. It was a lot of fun making them on live stream. It was even more fun coming here and chatting with you guys and like I said, devouring them. How about that? So I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe so we can get to 100 subscribers. I only need like 4 more. And then we'll build a cake. Maybe we can build one together on live stream. I don't know. Who knows? Thank you again for watching. See you on the next one. I sound different.